the National Achievement Survey is now dealt by the Parak cell. I was the part of that particular department as well for 1 year approximately, and I was dealing with science area. So just 2-3 days back, when I saw the result, and there was one article which was published in the newspaper, and that article was very, very alarming, which shows that what exactly is the present scenario of education in our country. What it was actually mentioning, it said in case of Delhi, see what Parak does, it actually checks through the standard testing, it checks the educational health of the country. Educational health of the country means that what exactly is happening in the country in terms of educating the children at school level, at elementary level, at higher secondary level or secondary level. It brings up a gist, a kind of result where the standard testing happens, and they take it very clearly. The sample selection is very proper because they use some of the techniques which are capable of bringing up the representative sampling. So the result says that in case of Delhi, the schools at primary level, like the foundation literacy, the schools which are imparting foundation literacy, they are doing very well. Those schools are government schools. And the schools which are at secondary level or higher secondary level, they are the private schools are doing very well. So this is the Parak result. Now you just imagine the implications which are going to come up. Just simple result is going to bring a kind of boil in the society where the parents are very eager to bring private schools in the lives of their children from the beginning. The result says that private schools are not, but the government schools are doing good. So there will be so many analysis, and there can be so many postmortems of this particular result. So I just want to make sure that you should understand that when the government does something, and if there is some sort of result or some sort of scheme or policy comes up, what exactly it is capable of doing in terms of bringing change in our lives. So this simple result, you just have to just witness that in a few days to come, how the things are going to change. Because it's an alarming situation for the private schools. Their dukans, the marketplace which they have created, it is going to close if people are going to give some sort of importance to this result. And the result is properly proliferated to different places. So this is one of the things. Just for an opening statement, I mentioned this because we were just having a discussion yesterday, and with some professors of Delhi University and different places, and we just thought that it is something which every teacher of India should know. Now, let me go to the presentation, which is on ICT. So, in this presentation, I wish to take you through the schemes and the provisions. I must tell you that even before the NEP 2020, several schemes, several initiatives were working on. Very properly, they were working on developing ICT awareness in our country. So we can't say that everything came after 2020, after the NEP 2020. There is a point that the things which were already existed, they were already there and they were doing good. NEP acknowledged those. So after the acknowledgement given by the NEP, now proper usage and acceptance, you can find it increasing. Let me give an example. So you can see many of those. I hope that everything is visible. You can see the screen of mine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Here you can find this e-Pathshala, Diksha, Nishtha, all these things. Accessibility, cyber safety and security, ICT curriculum, all these are all not new. I must say that new points are added to these, but they were all running from uh, like this e-Pathshala we launched. I was there in NCRT when we launched this. This was that it was launched in the year 2013, 13. Then Diksha, it came into existence in 2017-18 because there was earlier on this place of Diksha, there was NROER, National Repository of Open Educational Resources, which was the first repository of India, launched in 2013. But it was merged by the government to a conglomerate which is named as Diksha. So now Diksha is there. So both of them are not new, not post NEP 2020. Nishtha is even not new. Nishtha is a way in which the online teacher training happens. And this is again, earlier it was ITPD, uh, which was basically uh, checking the needs of the teachers. And then the ITPD portal was housing so many modules and courses which were catering to the needs of the in-service teachers. So for in-service teacher training, there was this ITPD portal. When COVID came, then it was felt that now there should be a centralized portal which should be dealing with the teacher training, because the school teachers, they require, and even the college teachers require this teacher training, this professional development, this thing periodically. So it was felt that maybe this centralized portal can be extended to the entire country, not only to centrally governed institutions. And then the Nishtha portal was created. This ITPD was merged into Nishtha, and the teacher training, which was in-service teacher training, was extended through Nishtha. So in the time when the COVID-19 was happening, entire trainings which were earlier offline, they all started happening through online mode. And Nishtha was the way, like the portal where teachers were supposed to come, register, and get all those course content. They were getting live lectures from these teachers who were sitting at their own places and providing the live scaffold. There were lectures which were recorded, which were given along with some text part. So Nishtha portal is still working, although it was thought that maybe once the COVID subsided and everything started becoming normalized, people thought of going back from this Nishtha, this thing. But then the government realized that why to remove a program which worked very well in a situation. And that situation is something which is not, we don't ever expect that situation to come back. But the point is that if we have devised a new thing which is capable of doing a lot of good for the society, why to chuck off? So Nishtha is still working, and it has got a lot of budget where the teacher training schedules are developed. Recently, they have launched a program, a course, and I must take you to the live site at this point itself so that it becomes easier for you all to actually relate with whatever I'm saying. So I am right now on the website of NCERT. I hope that it is visible to all of you because my screen sharing is happening and you can see whatever I can see on my screen. So I am right now on the website of NCERT. You just need to type on Google NCERT and you will be, the first search result will take you to this place. And here you need to come a little below and click on this part, which is ICT initiatives. And you will be on the same page. The screenshot I took from here only. And you can see that the Nishtha is still there. And if you make a click on this part, the Nishtha website is going to open. And here, there are so many new things which have come up. Earlier, because it was need based, so they were just placing all those modules of ITPD. But now new things are happening. They are planning very kind of new courses for the basic teacher enrichment. You can find this elementary level face-to-face program, then elementary level online program. So a lot of teachers are getting registered, and then they are doing these courses. And government is also planning that maybe this completion of the courses from Nishtha can be a kind of way to promote teachers at school level. For promotions, they will be prescribed to do certain courses. Like in case of us, in case of higher education, we have to do refresher courses and the faculty induction programs, and there are so many other FIBs which we do in between periodically. And there are certain courses which are mandatory for us. For if we want to go from one level to another, then we always are asked to do certain courses like this RC. RC is refresher courses, something which is mandatory for teachers to for gas promotions and for various promotions. In the same way, for school teachers, there is a compulsion of going for different courses. That's why what they do, whenever there are vacations, they always go for the so-called seminars. They say that they say it's seminar, but basically those are those courses which are prescriptive for those teachers. So now what happens at times when it goes for recommendation, a few teachers who are in the list of the principal, they are sent repeatedly for the seminars or for those courses. But those few teachers who are like less likely to be sent, they are deprived from this professional development. So now it's somehow made a kind of way where the teachers, even without taking a leave, can come for this online teacher training. The states, all the states are allowed to take, like the state, even the state board schools, the school teachers can take part in the training. And once they get their certification, because when you enroll to an online course, then your teaching learning process becomes self-paced. Even at your own time, like if you are free in the evening, you can start going through the course material and then answering the questions. And in this way, you can manage things. So even if you are not in that list, that list of favorite teachers of your principal, then also you can do your enrichment, and you can make yourself equipped for promotions. So in this way, the Nishtha is working for making a proper democratic change in the society. You know, democracy is something which is not only electing a MP or MLA. Democracy is something which is enshrined in every single nook and corner of our lives. When you want to do something and you are able to do that without any restriction, you can enjoy that that particular part of a democracy. Why? Because nobody is asking you not to do that. You are living in a democratic country. Why? And the indication is that you are able to do whatever you want to. So if a teacher is willing to enrich herself or himself, she can come to the Nishtha portal, and for approximately every level. See, for foundation level, I must tell you why for foundation level a lot of work is being done. You can see this ECCE, the early childhood care education, the courses for this. This Nipun Bharat is for FLN, foundation literacy and numeracy. This is also for the early education, or you can say that at the primary level. In uh, this one is also childhood care education, because earlier this area was not populated at all by different systems. It was not given uh, proper respect. Why I'm using this word respect? If you respect somebody or something, then you do a lot of you show a lot of importance to that particular thing, and you work in that area a lot. You, because you are acknowledging that particular stage. So in our country, NEP has done the best work of acknowledging that particular stage, which is 3 to 8 years, 3 to 6 years, I must say, because see, after 6, earlier also the policies were acknowledging, but that 3 to 6 years of the child's age were not acknowledged by our system earlier in a proper way. There were Anganwadis, there were some sort of systems, but they were not compulsion for the government to undertake. So, and then even it was seen that, okay, if we are sending our children from the age of 6 to the school system, then also we are doing some sort of satisfactory work, which was not right. Why it was not right? Because we all know that this is something which everyone should know, not only the science people, that the brain develops to the fullest by the age of 5. There are cells in the brain, and those cells, they are actually increasing in number, they are getting strengthened, and these things are happening till the age of 5. After the age of 5, growth happens, but the pace is lower. So, and what happens in our country, we are not at all giving any importance to this. And we start this to like the formal education from sixth standard, from 6th year of age, and from first standard itself, where the child is of 6 years old. See, if the nurture is proper, nurture is in terms of food, in terms of culture, in terms of behavior, in terms of the environment, health, hygiene is not given to the child up to the age of 6, then we have done a lot of damage out of ignorance, and the government was fully ignoring that. Now, by the concern made by the NEP 2020 of checking this and bringing ECC into being, we can find the change happening. And that is why this FLN, ECC, all these things are covered in Nishta. I can talk on this for a long time, but I have to discuss a lot of things which are other than this. So that's housing, and you can explore these things on your own whenever you find time. But I must request all of you to go through this. See, it's a wonderful topic of even researching. If you want to go for researches, if you want to go for academic writings, paper development, you can always come to these sites, because these are the developments made by the government from your own money. So the taxpayers are paying for these developments. So these institutions like NCERT or UGC or all those places, they are all running on our own money. So whatever efforts they are making, you just have to check and you make a review of those things, that what exactly they are doing, whether the work which they are doing is in right direction, is it okay, or it requires some more efforts to be made. What type of suggestions you are going to give, the future is going to bring those changes in letter and spirit. But if we are going to ignore all these things, then they will spend their own sweet time, and they will spend our hard-earned money which we pay through taxes. So it's always good to go to the sites and see what exactly is happening and give suggestions. And suggestions are always welcome. So this one is the Nishta site, and you can always come and check those courses. The content is also provided, and you can always educate the school teachers whosoever come in to your and even the students. Because see, in case of teacher education, I know that here a few of the teachers are teacher educators, but rest of them would be teaching to different courses. But whenever we are developing students, we need to make them aware of what exactly is happening. So this one is a very important initiative of the government, the Nishta, which is for school teachers in service teacher training. The initiative, which is ePathshala, I hope everyone is aware of. It provides us a lot of books, all the books which are developed by NCERT in different languages, because now the NCERT is extending beyond English, Hindi, and Urdu. Now, if you go to the site, you will find other languages also. The languages from the 22 languages which are the part of the 8th schedule of the Constitution. They are trying to make translations in different languages. So you can find the books, like the new books. Like, let me give the example. The book of science is now named as Curiosity. A new book for 6th standard, 7th and 8th has come. The name is Curiosity for English. In Hindi, it is Jigyasa. In Urdu, it is Tajassus. And in many languages, it is available. And the names have got translated and added. So the books are provided here through ePathshala. And it also has got a mobile application. Let me take you to the website. So it has got a mobile application, and you can navigate the resources in even different languages. See, right now the portal is in English, Hindi, and Urdu. And I must tell you one very important point. This Urdu, I was there in NCERT at the time when it was suggested that let us make this dashboard usable in different languages. So English and Hindi, for English and Hindi, everyone was aware of. Then I said that I actually made this point to the Joint Director of CIT that, sir, we are having the NCERT books in 3 languages. So why not the dashboard in 3 languages? Why you are not going to bring in Urdu also, like the entire platform, the entire dashboard should be in Urdu. So I just show you how it happens. So you select Urdu, and you can find the keywords, like all those sites, keywords in Urdu. And then if you navigate through, now the things will come in Urdu. Although I am not much educated in Urdu. Just till 8th standard, I have studied Urdu, because after that, in my place, if a student was opting for science, then we were supposed to take only English and Hindi, and Sanskrit was the part of Hindi. So this happened to me, but I was having a hunch that why not my language, which I signify with, why not it is also being, it should also come up at this national platform. So what the Joint Director said, I remember that those words are still, I can remember. He said that आप अगर करना चाहती हैं तो आपको खुद ही करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि और तो कोई जानता नहीं है. So I was like, okay, let me give some time. I will explore that how it can be done. So this was the month of February, March of 2013, when we were just trying to do things. And at that moment, in CIT, there were very few people who were aware of this language. But we had a department in NCERT, which is having a lot of teachers who are, like, that is Department of Education and Languages, DEL. And there is a section where a lot of teachers from Urdu were there. So I said, okay, sir, let me just try it. If they are going to help me out, then we can think of making the dashboard even available in Urdu. So I just made a list of all those keywords. So these are the keywords. You can see home, about, ePathshala, access resources, and then QR, and then contact, essay. So these are the keywords. Even if you navigate through a little bit below, you can find all this. These are the keywords, and these are the statements. So if you want to make the dashboard in a different language. If it is in Hindi, then everything is going to appear in Hindi. Not these things. These things will appear in Hindi. So I said, let me make a list and then I'll get it translated by the teachers who are there in NCERT. And if there will be budget allocation, then even we can call people from different parts and we can make a vetting and then it can be done. And we did that. They helped us out just on a single call. The department helped us out. And then there were a few people who came up later on who joined this regimen, and we were able to bring the dashboard even in Urdu, English, Hindi, and Urdu. 3 languages are there. So let us come back to the what exactly this is housing. So e-Pathshala is housing a lot of content, not only books, but the e-resources which are developed inside NCERT. What exactly is the meaning of inside NCERT? NCERT means the resources developed in CIET, any of the departments of NIE, which is National Institute of Education, different departments of NCERT, which comes under NIE, and the RIs. So right now, NCERT has got 5 functional RIs and 2 are most probably come in being very soon, Nellore, and there is one more. So every RI has got the studio. So they also develop, the teachers there, they also develop a lot of content. So whatever content they develop in different subjects, at different levels, for different difficulty levels, everything comes here on e-Pathshala and converges. So if a student comes to e-Pathshala, she can find n number of resources for a single concept. Let me show you. So there are numerous resources. You just have to click on these. You need to click on the resources and then that part is going to open. Yes. So there is somebody's mic is on. I request you to
Madam, there it is written that give the QR code. What is that mean? What does that mean?
I will let you know. I will let you know what is QR code. I will also take you through how to develop a QR code. Okay. Let us go step by step. QR code is basically a quick response code. What happens when you get, suppose you get a book, okay, and in that book you have got a symbol that you must have got so many stuff where this small, like I'll show you what exactly is a QR code. I think everyone is aware of. But
yeah, I know what is a QR code. I was just asking that how to give a QR code of a book.
Let me tell you. Even you can create a QR code of your own CV, and if you want to add it up on your visiting card, that is also possible, and that you can do on your own. I will just show you. So in case of books, if you see a book which has got QR codes, you can understand or you can make out that that is a smart book. You must have heard about smart books. Everyone is talking nowadays about smart books. What exactly is a smart book? A smart book which is having a lot of QR codes. What they do? See, if you are having a printed book where there is a QR code, in your phone, you have got a QR code scanner. Keep your QR code scanner there. As you pay through Paytm when you are traveling through Uber, you scan the QR code of the taxi driver and you pay it. In the same way, you just do the scanning of that QR code which is intact with the textbook. The resource which is made by somebody and is identified to be a kind of scaffold for this particular content would be available through the scanning of the QR code. So suppose I have made a content on photosynthesis, and I also have made a a video, a proper video where I'm showing an experiment on photosynthesis happening. That video is of half an hour. And I want to add this in the chapter which I have written on photosynthesis in a book. So what I will do, I will just create a QR code of that particular video, and that video can be placed here in the form of QR code, printed on the book in the form of QR code. Whosoever is going to read my chapter and is willing to understand the chapter very properly is going to make a scanning of the QR code, and this experiment, which is recorded in a form of video, is going to open in front of him or her, and this the process of understanding becomes easier. So this is the work which the QR code does. Somebody's mic is on. Somebody's mic is on. Please switch off your mic.
Anjana, please mute yourself.
So the e-Pathshala is housing all the QR coded books. There is a problem with NCERT books that people say that they are not very much elaborate. Why we can't make it much elaborated? See, if suppose there is this explanation which is extending to 4 pages, and those explanation 4 pages are also added. In the same way, so many explanatory pages are added. Then the book is going to become thickened, and then the price of the book will also go up. And you must have seen the price of NCERT books, it's very less in comparison to other private publishers. So there is a compulsion of keeping the price to a certain extent. So that's why there are gaps and voids in the book. And this was understood. We all know this. Those who are writing the textbooks now, they all know this. They're all very brainy people. That's why they are selected for writing textbooks. So it was told to them by the members of the committee that you need to create resources, or either create it or identify it from the pool of resources which are available on the platforms, which are open educational resources platforms. So these type of efforts are happening every now and then. In January also we went there and we have made a pool of, like, from the pool of resources, we identified a lot of resources. I was the part of the science team. We identified a lot of resources and attached those to the concepts, and made the recommendation. Even if there is a video which is very long, and there was a chunk, a 5 minutes chunk, which was useful for the explanation part of this particular topic. So that chunk was identified and it was given to them. So they have got a team. So what they do, even I was able to make the QR code, but why do every work on your own? Let others also work. We have to provide others also some work now. So there is a group of people who are sitting in NCERT's office who are doing this work. So we just have the resource persons have just identified and given them the instructions that this part is to be check off, and it should be made as an individual program. After the making of this individual program, checking off, you need to make a QR code, and you can make it available here on this particular chunk of the information in a textbook. This QR code is to be printed. Let me show you how to create a QR code. That will be easier for all of you to internalize the entire process. It's a simplest way of providing large information in a very small piece of artwork, you can say. So I'm just going to write that particular place where you need to reach if you want to create a QR code. So on Google, you need to write free QR code generator. Okay, free QR code generator. Somebody is willing to say something? No. So when you will write this, there will be so many things which are going to come. I am in search of the one which is free QR code .rg.by. That is much more better. RG. The first result normally used to come QR code in the case of QR code generator, that rb.gy. Oh my, I'm sorry, I have written something wrong. rb. This one, rb.gy. So this is the place where you need to go. Just what I'll do, I will copy this, place it there. I'll place it there in the chat box so that everyone can use it later on. rb.gy. Okay. Now go back. So this is the place. It's a free URL shortener also, and it's also used. It can be used for making the QR code. So this is the QR code. Now let me first tell you that what exactly we need to do. Suppose I want to make a QR code of my own CV. So what I need to do first, it should be there on either the website. So in my case, obviously, because I am the member of a university which has got a website, so my CV is there on the website. But suppose you want to make something which is not on the website. You have created a video and you want to make a QR code of that. So the first thing is that you should make that video available on the internet in some way or the other. So the first way is, if you don't want to make a public appearance of this video, it's just a kind of experiment by you, then you can place that video on Google Drive. Whatever you want to make available on, like you want to create a QR code, you have to place it on internet. So the best option is you can go for making that thing available on your Google Drive. And if you want to have it publicly available, then you can even place it on YouTube. So that thing can be made. So let us go to let me go to the website of Jamia and take the CV, or I'll just type my name and take my CV. So I'll just take my CV. So you can see that this the CV has come in, and there is this link. So this link is the address of the CV. So I have copied the link. I have made a copy, Control C, and then I'm coming back to this place. So if I want to, that URL was a little longer. So suppose I want to make a shortened URL, that is also possible. Just place this URL, the long wala URL here, and click on this. So click on generate. And then the QR is already created. So what I did, I just have placed that the CV's link and the QR is now generated. Here it will show. See, even the shortened, this is the shortened link. So I can copy the shortened link, or I can even download the this particular QR code which is generated, which is going to show my CV whenever it is scanned. So I can just click on downloads, and this one is the QR code for my CV. Now what I need to do, I can take it from here. So I will copy the image, go back to any of my files. I'll just open a random file. Okay, my system is having local. I'm going to some other. Going to a mailbox, and just I will place it. I'll just want to show that it is very much paste, like the pasting is very much possible. So this QR is now generated. You can paste it on any of the Word files or a PPT or a mail. This is the email address which I have got. So I have just pasted the QR here, and even that small URL. So the small URL you can copy from here, and then you can go back to the place where you want to paste it, and you can just paste it. And this QR, if you make the shortening of this, like if you want to squeeze it and just apply it on a visiting card. Visiting cards are very small, so you don't want to place the QR in this size. You want to make it more like a smaller version. So you just can do it like this. See, the shortening has happened, but when you are going to scan, it is going to do the same work as the bigger one was doing. And even if you want to make it a little bigger, so it is also possible. Just click it and you can increase the size. So the QR codes work if they are squeezed or if they are expanded. They don't have to, like, you don't have to worry about their functioning. These QR codes are the essence of the smart books. If somebody asks you that what is the difference between a normal book and a smart book, so you have got the answer. The smart books are having all the attached resources. There are no gaps in the content. Why? Because those gaps are filled by the help of the QR codes. So the smart books are created with the help of these QR codes. There is one more thing which nowadays is happening.
Madam, excuse me for a second. I just wanted to ask, that means this e-Pathshala, e-resources, we can only access it, means only the smart books which have QR codes. We have to type that QR code into that in order to access it. So we cannot access any of the book we want, right?
You can access through QR codes also, and you can access even if you are not interested in QR codes. You just want the normal books, and you just want the printed part. That also you can do. You want me to show how to do?
That is the e-Pathshala resources. There is an option of
even in case of e-Pathshala resources, you can access them even without QR codes. But suppose you are going somewhere and you are right now at that point you don't have any big device. In that case, and you just have got a book, a hard copy book. Okay, suppose in that case, if and there is no, suppose there is no proper internet with you, then what you can do, you can scan the QR code which is printed on this book. This scanned QR code is going to take you through the attached resource with it. Okay, so and then you can download or you can show the students the resources which are attached. So when there is a possibility of less internet, or if you don't have a very sophisticated device, in that case the QR coded books are going to help you out. Otherwise, even without the QR codes, you can access the resources of e-Pathshala. See, why QR codes came into existence? You must understand that. When we print the links, even in case of research papers, at the end we give the web links. Everyone gives the web links. If the research paper is in a hard copy form, and if we want to access that link, which is given by the author at the end, how we are going to do that? We need to make a typing of this entire link. At times the links are very big because the authors are not aware of this point, that what is the purpose of giving a web link. Web links are for reference, for the people who want to know more about what exactly is written. So it is very difficult for the other people to type it very correctly. If a single symbol or a single word is not properly, single letter is not properly typed, the link is not going to become functional. So the best way to give the web links is converting the web links to the QR codes. When you convert the link to a QR code, then by just a single scan, you can open that particular site in one click. So what actually happens to us, we don't understand the meaning, we don't understand the purpose of any of those things, but we start doing it because others are doing. So QR codes are for the purpose of quick access, and that's why the name quick response, they are quick response codes. So the links are very difficult to reproduce. Either you make the links shortened. If you make a shortened link like I have done here, you just see the shortened link is so small. It is just HTTPS, then the colon, then 2/, then rb.gy/7ophtv. So this is the shortened URL. Typing this is easier. But suppose somebody was asked to type this particular link, this much in the same sequence without missing a single gap or a single spelling mistake, without doing any spelling mistake, it will be difficult for anyone. So either you make a shortening, or the best part is to print something, giving something in print, go for a QR. Okay, so let me come back. I hope that your query is answered, madam.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Okay.
Got
So I'm
it.
coming back.
Thank you.
I'm coming back to so I and also everybody understood how to make a QR code. Is there any confusion? If you have got any confusion, I can repeat the process. But
No,
that is a
no,
skill
ma'am.
which I wanted to discuss.
No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You all
We got
understood. Very good. Very good. So the first thing, place the content which you want to make a QR code on internet through any ways, and then use this rb.gy. It's very much tried and tested. See, there are so many other places which are providing this service of creating the QR code and shortening the URL. But this rb.gy is very, very useful and very like there is no any expense attached to it. So I always recommend that one. It's up to you. There are so many Bitly hai, or there are और भी बहुत सारे हैं. लेकिन all those have got some attached this thing. So after some time they will ask you to register. But this rb.gy is fully free and endorsed by many of us. So that's why that is my recommendation, so that you can always go with. So I am going to the next the next part, which is Diksha. Diksha is, I'm clicking on Diksha so that I can show you that what exactly Diksha is providing. See, Diksha is a kind of pool of resources which the government has created. I can inform this point to you that here not only NCERT but a lot of other institutions. Let me show you. There are so many institutions which are the part of this particular place. I'll just show it in a while. So basically, it's created by the Ministry of Education. Uh, the uh, the inception of Diksha is when the government thought of making a merger of national repository to a place which can be accessed by everyone. What was the difference between what is the difference between Diksha and e-Pathshala? At times, people ask this question. See, Diksha is housing content created by NCERT and also the content which is created by anywhere else. In case of national repository, there was a adjective which was more there. In NROER, we were allowing the content created by anybody, anywhere in the country, anyone, a stakeholder, if she is not a teacher or a student, but just a parent or somebody who is not at all associated with any institution, that fellow was also allowed to create a content and place it here. Obviously, the content was checked for, that was the time when a lot of raw content, a lot of content which was like very useful, but the eyes of those experts were able to identify that, oh, this is a photograph of a bee which is very rare. A person who was the honey collector in the jungles actually got a photo of this. Mobile phone se unhone wo photo खींच लिया, and somehow this fellow made it available on, it's like some student or somebody saw that photo, and this fellow made it available to NCERT guys, and they saw that, oh, this is a rare of the rarest species of honeybee, and this is the name, these are the characteristic features, and with this information, with a lot of research, that particular piece of knowledge was created and it was added on NROER with the name of this person who has contributed the image. And also we always wrote NROER team because the research was done by NROER team. So we were not supposed to write our names, although we were doing a lot of research, but the person who gave the part of that resource, that name, and along with NROER team. So in this way, we were providing the piece of knowledges to NROER. But here in case of Diksha, when in 2017, the government, because all these things are funded by the government. So when that times NROER was, it started in the year 2013. That was the time when we had a different government. So it was a pressure which was building up that it should be. Why e-Pathshala was actually taken up in that way only because although there was an inception happened much before, but it got released in the year 2015. So the government was actually changed at that moment. So that's why e-Pathshala is going in the same way. So NROER actually got merged to Diksha. And in case of Diksha, now only the teachers and the students or educators, somebody who is attached to an institution, and especially it is for teachers. So what exactly, how the students can contribute? The students can actually get attached with the teacher who is going to take the responsibility of the creation of the content and finalize the content, and she will go give it or he will give it to their own institutional head. So if there is a school and in the school there are 15 teachers, so the teachers can get help from their students and they can create the content, give it to the head of the school, and this head of the school is going to give it to the body with whom the school is affiliated. So suppose the school affiliation is with CBSE. So the entire content is going to be given to CBSE. And CBSE, what they will do? They will do the content evaluation. It is called as e-content evaluation. So we even have created a team, a pool of e-content evaluators of different subjects, of different languages and all. So that list was earlier there on NCRT. I think maybe it would be still there. So that pool was having more than 2,000 resource persons who were spread across the country. So the resource persons were called, and the resources were done, like the e-content evaluation was done. Once the authority, suppose the CBSE has made a kind of collection of 50, 60 resources which are cleared from e-content evaluation, they were found suitable and fresh to be made the part of the Diksha platform. Then altogether, these e-content evaluated resources were given to NCERT. Why? Because the ministry has made NCERT as the hub of populating Diksha. If you go to NCERT, the head office in Delhi, you can find a cell which is named as Diksha cell in CIT itself. There are so many people who are working on this Diksha platform. The head of the DICT, Department of Information and Communication Technology, under CIT is dealing with the Diksha project. So it is a very, it's a huge project. So the entire content which is pooled by CBSE, it is given to Diksha, the Diksha cell of NCERT. And what NCERT does, in the logo, in the place where the CBSE content is to be shown, these contents, after further evaluation, like when it is pooled to NCERT, NCERT goes for another set of review, because reviews are very important. See, if a platform like Diksha or any of the government endorsed platform is housing some content, and if it has some derogatory stuff or some sort of mistake or some stuff which is not actually very much clearly prepared or faulty, then there will be questions even in the parliament. So they are very cautious about these things. So they always go for further checks. They call people like us who are who know the subject and who know somehow the ICT also. And there are so many teachers from different parts of the country. They go for, like, people like me and you can be the e-content evaluator. They go, they see the programs, they do the proper assessment of the program. And once the experts, at least 3 experts, say that this program is fine and it can go for placing it on Diksha, then that program is added to the portal, and which on this portal, those programs can be used for further processes. And if the program which is created by some institution is published here on Diksha, even the teachers can claim for API scores. So this is the way in which the Diksha platform works, and it is housing, I think, more than 50,000 content for every level, for school education and also for teacher education. At present, they are trying to create personalized adaptive learning content. So that's why bite-sized programs are getting created. And in the month of January, I was also there for this project with Diksha Pal. We created those bite-sized videos so that they can be added to the content, and the platform gets more enriched. This platform houses the content in 5 types. So audio, video. Audio means even those podcasts which you create where there are no visuals, but because we want to add it through YouTube, so we can add some sort of image to it. So that content can be considered as audio content, the podcast, and then the videos, the images, the documents, which are the text documents, and the interactives. Interactives are like those games and the learning objects which we create where some sort of simulation is possible. So this one is like a lot of material is available here. If you are in search of material which is beyond school level, which is for higher education, then even this site is very important for us. Swayam Prabha. Swayam Prabha is not an NCERT initiative. It's a ministry's initiative. this also got incepted in during Corona time. And thankfully, I am the part of this initiative. I have got 5 different projects which I did for Swayam Prabha, and all those are in public domain. Here, if you just come to the site of Swayam Prabha, you will find this type of section: school education, higher education, and they have created another section in the name of competitive exams. At one day when I was giving a discussion to some place, I think it was for IIM, some IIM. So there was one student who asked that, yes, this was in Chennai. Recently in Chennai, we were there and I was lecturing and I was mentioning about this thing. So one student immediately stood up and he asked that, madam, a lot of things are being done by the government, but still in NEET exams, in JEE exams, these Agash and because at that particular time, the NEET results would have come, because this fellow said that still we have got the toppers from Akash Institute. So I said, yes, it is very much evident, but we have got a lot of things which are created by the government. So are you aware of this particular section? So he was not aware of the section. Then I actually showed him, although I was presenting on a different topic, the topic was not at all related to ICT, but this fellow, because he asked this question, because somehow he understood that I know a little bit of ICT because of the way I was approaching to that topic. So when this question was was in front of me, I showed him this particular thing. And if you click on this now, for this, this is a new part which is added to Swayam Prabha. It is going to show you that how the government is trying to make the competitive exams preparations easier for the students. And I can make a point here that most of us are not aware of. Was there anybody who is knowing? Is there anybody in the audience who is aware of this particular initiative?
No,
This
ma'am.
particular initiative?
No, no, no.
No, ma'am.
So this is the problem. So the things are there, but we are not aware of. So the Sathi is an initiative of the government. The government has created, like it has been divided into many channels, and you can even find those exams which are so hotcake kind of. But because of the privatization, the private bodies, they are so much they have encroached the entire fields. They don't let them the things popularized. So people are not aware of that these things are existing. You just see for engineering, for medical, for law, then for agriculture, for SSC, for banking, for railway exams, they have created. And this is for basically Manipal University also has got a channel where they give a lot of scaffold in different areas. So you just have to go to even you will get the program schedule. See what happens, Swayam Prabha is the consortium of different educational channels. So everything which we create for Swayam Prabha, it is being repeat telecast. Like I have created approximately 170 lectures in my 5 projects. So those 170 lectures, my lectures are all for BEd, MEd and MA education courses, also for DLEd, the teacher education courses. So it's not that only once it is going to be shown by the telecasting agency. No, they will make the repeat telecast and those programs become eternal. So after the telecast, what they do, they place all the programs on the archive section, or even you go to the YouTube channel which is associated with that particular channel. and you will find the playlist of all the programs. So once the programs are all in public domain, means they are telecasted, then even on the YouTube channel of Swayam Prabha, you will find all the programs. Let me show you why to talk in hypothetical way. Let me show you that point which I am right now addressing. When I click on YouTube, the automatic navigation is through the channel of Swayam Prabha, IIT Madras, because my work is all done. Like I have done all my work of Swayam Prabha for IIT Madras. So IIT Madras channel of Swayam Prabha, the YouTube link of that is going to come. If you can even copy and paste and use it, or more easier way is to approach through my name. Even you can click on YouTube and go write my name, but you should write this correct spelling, Aerum Khan. The videos which I have created will come, and then you go to the I will show you what I'm saying. So I will just, so I'll go to home so that I can show you the easiest way to approach to that particular channel. So you can write Aerum Khan. So these are my videos, but I am saying that you need, if you don't want to see my videos, no problem. Just go to Swayam Prabha IIT Madras channels. From here only, click on this and you will go to this channel. So you can come to this channel, and here click on the playlists. So when you will click on the playlist, the entire range, see why I'm saying this, suppose you are a teacher of geography. So you would not be interested in my videos because my videos are from education. If you are a suppose you are a teacher of chemistry, you would be interested in organic chemistry videos. If you are a teacher of environmental science, you would be interested in that. So it's not at all that only my things are available. Every subject, and these are the playlists. So even the playlists of my all those channels are available there. So if I click on this one, climatology, which is from geography, she's my friend, she's from Doon University. So here, climatology, Dr. Pallavi Upreti, and you can find all the videos under this particular playlist. So this playlist is having 33 videos. All the 33 videos can be seen here. And you can click on any of those and that video is going to open in front of you. So this one is like the one that she has created. And then let me go back and show you a few more things. So this one is mine, Educational Technology Part 2. So here the playlist is going. So this particular project was having 23 videos. So all the 20, these are all telecasted. That's why they are coming in. So once they are telecast, like the videos are being telecast, they place it here on the platform. Like the last project which I did with IIT Madras and IIT Delhi, that is still to be telecasted. They are in the process of scheduling it. So that was on Gender, School and Society. That is not right now in public domain. Why? Because if they place it on the public domain on YouTube, then there will be a copyright infringement. So first there will be this telecast happening, and after the telecast, the entire thing will come in public domain, because then repeat telecast they can do anytime, and they do it. They do the repeat telecast so many times. But first time it should be telecasted, and then it is available. So these are like this one is. Okay. So this one is like one of the videos. Everything is in public domain. So whenever you want to, you can go there and you can find things. Now let me, because there is very less time left, let me share a few things. which are other than this. So this was Sati, and you can always go to Swayamprabha and navigate all this. And these are all free things. This is something which is a disclaimer that whatever I will show will be always free. I before when I was starting for this session, I just thought that maybe one thing I will definitely discuss with all of you, and that is OLabs. So although the time is less, but I will share this with all of you. OLabs is a initiative, because yesterday itself we were discussing. There was one zoology teacher who was sitting with me, and she's teaching in Delhi University, is one of the colleges, prime colleges of Delhi University. And we were just doing some sort of review of laboratory manuals. So I just asked her that, Madam, do you use OLabs? So she said, OLabs kya hai? So I was a bit shocked that a person who is from Delhi University, such a premier institution, the college is Gargi College, madam was not knowing it. So I said कि वो बोली मुझे कुछ नाम तो सुना है, but मैंने इसे कभी यूज नहीं किया. I said, ma'am, wherever you, and the other teachers, there were some teachers from Hansaraj College, from some other institutions also, from Ramjas College. So they were talking about the experiment which we earlier did with hydrilla plant, and they were just talking that how to make this hydrilla plant survived and all. नहीं हो रहा है survive, मुश्किल हो रहा है, ऐसे बात कर. So I said, आपने कभी try किया है? बहुत सारे simulations हैं. So she said, I have never tried. Okay, let me see. आप अभी हैं तो आप मुझे बता दीजिए. So then I opened this OLabs. And I just show you that it's created by Amrita Vishwavidyalaya, which is endorsed by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And I'm fortunate enough that the endorsement happened by the recommendation, and I was a part of that team of people who actually saw their demonstration, and then we recommended to the ministry, and then the money was given to them. So it is having the content for different subjects: physics, chemistry, biology, maths, languages. You know, in case of languages, we don't even think of that any type of simulation is possible, but they made it possible. In case of science, this why science? Because 6th, 7th, 8th, we call science as science. So that's why. Then social sciences, computers, then 3D, AR, VR, EDP, ISL. This is Indian Sign Language. So they have got content in these many areas. So if you click on any of the areas, see, my area is biology, so I'm tending myself to that particular subject. Whatever is your subject, you can go ahead and see things. So here you can find, and it's like class-wise, all the practical content, which is difficult for you, because those teachers were discussing that वो वाला तो experiment हो नहीं पाता है, इतने ज़्यादा बच्चे हैं, कैसे कर सकते हैं, उतना तो infrastructure ही नहीं है. I was just listening silently. I tend to not intervene. Why? Because see, it's always good to listen to people and provide solutions for a global citizen. So I just mentioned her because she was just besides me. But madam, there is a solution. And then I showed her all this. She was so much fascinated. And she mentioned one point, which is a suggestion from a practicing teacher. She said, कि इसमें botany का ज़्यादा है, zoology का कम है, which is basically a very good feedback. So here, approximately every single practical which we do for 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, and even, sorry, my throat is giving me a hard time nowadays. So the practicals are available, and if you click on any of these, see, I'm clicking just on a random practical. Here, what exactly they are providing? They are providing the theory. So every practical requires a theory. So you click on this theory and there will be material. That this is right now the theory material. Then the procedure, how to do this practical in the lab, the procedure. Then the next thing is animation. So this practical, how it is done, is shown in this animation. It's a video, so you can click on the video and you can see the video. And then there is the simulator. This is the simulator. This simulator, you can apply like here the microscopic view or the binocular view. You whatever you want to actually have, you can select, and then the parenchyma. I want to see suppose the sclerenchyma longitudinal, and I want to adjust the power. So I have adjusted the power to 100x, and then here I have come. I'll click on the So I will do the adjustments as we do in the lab. We make the adjustments in the microscope lens, so the same thing we can do. And then you just have to click on that particular lens. So you can see that minute slight adjustments are happening here. So this is, and you need to make the clip. Okay. Just make the so basically after one enter, the view which you can see in the lens is going to be shown. So the adjustments which you actually ask the students to do in the lab, you can ask them to do here on the simulator. So you can actually try it. Time is not allowing me to invest much there. So the video, if you want to see that what exactly it is going to show, this video is very much there. So the simulator works very properly, and even without making a login. Earlier, they were asking to make a login for using the simulator. Now, that where I should go for zoology experiments, I answered it to her in this way. There is this section of material in zoology. It's named as biodigital human. Those who are interested in science, in biology, they can go for this. This is biodigital human. And for teachers, you can even go for a free login. Here, all the dissections, all the animal related started with a free login. In between, it got monetized, but I can see that it is now providing some free stuff. So you can always go for the animal content here on biodigital human. So I think this much is enough. If you have got some questions, you can ask. There are so many things. You know, ICT is a very wide subject. It has got so many things to explain, to show. But the point is that there will be information access. Access of information again becomes a kind of big. So that's why I will limit myself to this much. Later on, at some other time, we can discuss more things. So if there is any question, you can ask.
Any question, dear participants? If you want to ask, please come forward.
No, thank you, ma'am. The presentation was very, very informative and very clearly
Presentation was
elaborated.
superb,
I am
ma'am.
very thankful to you. To
Thank
the
you, ma'am.
presenter,
Okay, so
ma'am.
So thank you very much, Dr. Aerum Khan Saiba. And we are highly obliged that you have presented the innovative uh, way of presenting the content and kind of channels that are producing new knowledge for our teachers. And your inputs will be valuable and they will be able to know about these all and they will implement and will do work also because there is a space for doing work also. So the
Yes.
teachers are requested to work on these channels and produce new programs like MOOCs. So many courses have been designed by the social scientists and scientists also. So you may come forward in your own field in such a way. Thank you very much once again, madam. And
Thank you.
thank you all the
Thank you,
dear
ma'am.
participants, all dear
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
participants.
you, ma'am.
Ma'am, okay,
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am.
Have a good
Thank you,
time.
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So
Thank you,
now
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
lunch break and we will meet by tomorrow 9 sharp and you all are
Thank you, ma'am.
requested to work on in next session, that is fourth and fifth session, you will have to do your assignment that have been assigned to you by UGC MMTTC. So now therefore the session of by the resource person is closed, but your work is open and you will have to do your work at your own. So please carry on these assignments so that you can submit it on time. Okay. So thank you very much.
Submit कौन
Bye.
करना मैम? Thank you, ma'am.
Ji, I will
Submit
meet you
कौन
by tomorrow at 9 sharp. हाँ, क्या जी बताइए?
मतलब मैं पूछ रही थी कि देयर विल बी क्लासेस ऑन संडेज आल्सो.
आपके टाइम टेबल में कल की तारीख 13 लिखी है?
नहीं नहीं संडे को क्लास नहीं लिखी है. आज क्लासेस है 3 बजे से. हाउ टू यूज गूगल क्लासरूम. संडे को नहीं है.
हाँ तो जो
Okay.
आपके टाइम टेबल में लिखा है वो अकॉर्डिंगली क्लास होगी. संडे को
Okay.
क्लास नहीं है. अब आपको परसों मिलेंगे. अच्छा मैंने कह दिया ना बाय टुमारो. सॉरी फॉर दैट. हाँ
इसीलिए
इससे आपको कंफ्यूजन होगा. यस यस आई गॉट द पॉइंट. सो वी विल मीट ऑन मंडे. हम मंडे में मिलेंगे 9 बजे. फिर हम दूसरे रिसोर्स पर्सन से इंटरेक्ट करेंगे. आप अपना काम करते रहिए था. जो आपके फोर्थ एंड फिफ्थ सेशन है आप उसमें अपना असाइनमेंट करते रहिए जिससे आपका काम समय पे समाप्त हो जाए. ठीक है बेटा. ओके
Okay, ma'am.
चल. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू वेरी मच. गुड बाय. गुड बाय.
Thank you, ma'am.
मैम. थैंक यू मैम.
Thank you, ma'am.
शेड्यूल ग्रुप में शेड्यूल
आज के शेड्यूल में तो गूगल क्लासरूम था.
गूगल क्लासरूम में अपना काम करना है.
अच्छा
असाइनमेंट प्रिपरेशन,
अच्छा
माइक्रो टीचिंग.
अच्छा. चलो फिर लेफ्ट करते हैं.
tomorrow.